On second down now, Emery. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll push forward. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Watch the run, watch the run. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. I got you, punk.
5-2 is the mic.
Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Echo.
Back.
The play action fake. Look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down as the Bears push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. McManus's point after is good, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty... So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down.
Gone. Slap, watch a slap. Go.
On first down, Emery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Ready, set.
I know you feel that. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Scene 6. Let's go.
Second and 14.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
let's go.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
They're going to look to throw. Pass. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively, now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's a gain of 34.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On third down, Emery, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout.
This is caught inside the 15. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
I think they might have surprised them there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line first and foremost to stop them there, and they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Let's go, touchdown, baby. Let's go.
A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This one fielded at the 5.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take
over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now with all the work he's getting.
They run again with Carson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Here we go.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter of air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We got him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there.
Here we go.
How about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here we go. Set. 10 Tucson.
Get him.
Alpha.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers.
A whole lot better. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Interception all
And
day,
they get a
baby.
4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on,
Here we go.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play?
Here we go.
Fantasy
Here we
guys,
go.
right? The analytics will tell you one thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom. That's how we do it, baby.
That right now,
Here we go.
that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Going right side here, and that's complete. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
Well, there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.